Okay, so if you've lived like on the planet Earth for the past like 10 years, then we all know the story of the lady who got her face ripped off by the chimpanzee. And why am I telling you this story? Because chimpanzees are regarded as the most intelligent non human animals on the entire planet. This lady lived with this chimpanzee for years, would literally like dress it, take it to the supermarket with her. Like she literally regarded it as her son, completely forgetting the fact that chimpanzees are wild animals. So then what happened? Her friend one day came over to like pick up the chimpanzee and like babysit it. And the chimpanzee just like absolutely snapped. I believe it ripped off this lady's like hands, mouth, eyelids, and nose. And then before the attack, the woman looked like this. I don't know if you can see it. And then after the attack, she had to have multiple facial plastic surgeries and reconstructions. And she today looks like this and is still going through many facial rejection like medicines that she has to take. And the reason I'm telling you this is because for like the normal human being, it does not need to be told that you should not have a wild animal as a pet ever, for many reasons. First of all, they are extremely difficult to care for. They are taken from, like their natural environments, and put into somebody's backyard almost to be like a novelty of some sort, not just like the very obvious ones of like you shouldn't have like a bear cub or like a tiger or, a chimpanzee as a pet. You also shouldn't be having, exotic snakes and such who also, go through the physical and emotional trauma of everything that goes in goes into having an exotic pet. Which brings me back to my point that they are very difficult to care for. Few people really have like the necessary means regarding like cost for care, such as like a lot of these animals are carnivorous. Meat tends to be extremely expensive. That raises the bill a lot. More importantly, most people don't have a suitable environment, not just like climate wise, but also space wise. And these factors lead to very inhumane conditions, such as the tiger Sabrina, who was found after 10 days, her owner had died. She was found with no food, no water, and like literally laying on a cement like patch in the bare open sun. She had almost died from that. Um, Another risk is like not just, what we put the animals through, but also the human risk, and not just like the headline attention grabbing, like what happened to this woman with the chimpanzee, but also, the disease risk a lot of wild animals carry. You can get herpes, the bee strain virus, roundworm. You can get salmonella. For example, in 2003, prairie dogs that were sold as pets to people, all of those people had eventually gotten monkeypox from them. And the Center for Disease Control actually tells people if you are under the age of 5 or have like children under the age of 5, you're not allowed to have certain like exotic species of like lizards and amphibians and stuff, because exotic animals have a greater like risk and stuff to pose to humans. Also, in many places, it's illegal to have a wild animal. It's against the law to raise any type of wild animal in captivity. That especially goes like for Floridians, like baby crocodiles. I'm sure for like the normal human being, I don't have to tell you not to have a baby crocodile, but a lot of people do that here. They mostly acquire them from like illegal pet trades. But this also kind of includes when you see maybe like a baby rabbit or something. Most of the time, they don't need your help. Like if you think, there might be a broken limb or something, you should call a sanctuary. Otherwise, you should leave baby rabbits as they are. Mothers like don't abandon them. They leave them alone for roughly about like 23 hours of the day just to not draw attention to them. So they really don't need your help. And to kind of wrap this up and to persuade you why you should never have a wild animal as a pet is you can't domesticate wild animals. Like you can't love the wild out of them. Domestication takes thousands of years. Example is like dogs and cats. they've been bred for thousands of years to be like lap dogs and animals fit for humans. But other than that, like really, I would persuade anybody to not have wild pets for any of these reasons.